Alright, good afternoon. Today I'm going to show you how to create this fun banner using nothing but Microsoft Word. This is a very traditional banner, and if we make this a little bit bigger, you can see this is a very traditional banner with the typical rectangle or triangle shape. I can also at a later date show you how to create rectangle banners, which I actually typically do for my birthday parties. But this is a fun and easy way to create the traditional type of banners. Okay. Very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on Home, and I'm going to click on New, and I'm going to do Blank Page. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Page Layout, do my margins for narrow, and again this basically just gives me more real estate to work with. I'm now going to go through and insert a shape, and I'm going to insert a triangle. Okay, what I'm going to do is actually make this triangle or flip this triangle 90 degrees. And no, 45 degrees, apologies. It's been a while since I took geometry clearly. So I'm going to go ahead and change that 45 degrees down. And again, keep in mind that I did rotate this 45 degrees down. So keep in mind this is the top. And I'm going to tell you to keep that in mind for when we create background images later. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to adjust the width and the height. And the width or the height of this is 7, and again the height, because I did it 45 degrees, the height is this way, and the width is going to be 4.5. Okay, and again the only reason why the height is this way because again I flipped this object around. Okay, so now that we have this basic shape, the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is copy, and we are going to right click and we are going to paste. And again, all I do there is I right click and I paste. Now I have this second triangle, and if we take a look at sort of our template here, and let's make this a little bit smaller, we can see that we fit the HAP all on one page. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do right here. We're going to move this down and we'll make this a little bit smaller so you can see. Okay. And I want to go ahead and click on here and I want to paste one more. Now obviously this won't fit, so we need to flip this. So we're going to click on this image and ensure this image is selected. And we're going to go up to Drawing Tools and click on Format. And then we're going to click on Rotate Objects. And as we can see here, we can flip this horizontally. Okay. Now we have our basic outline of our shape. Again, 7 inches by 4.5 inches. Now what I want to do is change the background images to have these backgrounds. Okay, so I want to go over to a browser, and I'm just going to use Google, and again you can use any browser that you want, and I'm going to type in pink and yellow stripe vertical. Okay, and the reason why I'll show you why I want vertical. And I'm going to go ahead in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and click on Images, and I'm going to go down and see if I can find. Here, I believe this is one of the images that I used. So we're going to go ahead and do Save Picture As, and we're going to do pink vertical stripes. And let's go ahead and exit out of this. And here's my other one. And I want to right click and I want to save picture as, and we can save that. And again, I saved them both as banner. Okay. Now we want to go through and find our polka dot background. Okay. So we want to do google.com pink and yellow polka dots. And let's do images. And this may have been what I used, but this is close enough. So let's go ahead and save picture as. Okay. So now we have the 3 different backgrounds that I want to use. And again, you can use any background that you want. What you want to do is click on the first triangle, click on Format, and we want to do a shape fill, and we want to fill with a picture. Okay. And we want to fill from a picture, and we want to do this striped one first. Okay. Now, as you can see, I want to explain this. This is vertical, and you're wondering why this all of a sudden is horizontal. It's because, again, I rotated that object. Normally, this object should look like this, right, when we inserted it, but because I rotated it, that's why we were looking for the vertical stripes. If you want to, you could change to a landscape layout and have the stripes be vertical as well, but I did want to show you that, okay? And then we want to shape outline. Let's go ahead and make this dark pink, and let's go ahead and change the weight to 1.5. Okay. Now this pink matches this pink exactly. How did I do that? Well, you can very easily open up Microsoft Paint, and I show you this in another video as well. And you can click on File, Open, and we can click on our pink and white striped, and we want to click on our color picker right here, and we want to click on this pink color. Okay. Now if I click on Edit Colors, this color is 237, 24, 111. Okay, 237, 24, 111. If I go to More Outline Colors, I can do 237, 24, 111. Okay. And that's how you can get the exact shape, or the exact color, I apologize. Okay. Now let's go ahead and do our other background. We can do a shape fill with a picture, and let's go ahead and do our vertical stripes. Okay. And once again, we can do our shape outline, and we can do our weight of our outline to be 1.5. And then finally, let's do our shape fill of our picture, browse from a file, and we could do our polka dots. And give it a second. Okay, so now we can see that our polka dots are slanted, which is clearly not what we want. The reason why that happened was because our polka dots are horizontal, and what we need is we need this to be vertical because of the way we have our triangles. Okay, so what I want to do is click on Rotate, and we want to flip, we want to rotate 90 degrees left. Okay, now this is vertical, and again, I apologize, that's because I kind of did everything backwards here. But if we want to save this as for vertical, now if we want to do a shape fill, not fill colors, but if we want to do a shape fill of a picture, and we want to do a shape fill of our polka dots being there, and now we can see our polka dots are right. And again, that's just because the image, because this is a rectangular shape image, and because the shape of, where's paint? Because the shape of this image is also rectangular, it should fit within this without making the circles or warping the circles. Okay, I hope that made sense, and please write me on the blog if it doesn't. And we can do our shape outline of the same outline, and again, we could always, change different colors as well. And we can make the weight of this 1.5. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to show you how you can create sort of that happy birthday and the lettering. And if you see the lettering, I make it kind of like a chalkboard lettering, and that's just something that I sort of a trend that I'm on right now. So from here we can go ahead and insert a shape, and we want to insert a circle. And let's go ahead and make this circle 5.5 by 5.5. Oop, that's a little big. Let's go ahead and make that much smaller. Let's go ahead and fit that in there. Oops. There we go. And let's ensure this is exactly the same, so let's go ahead and do 3.13. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to do a shape fill of this gray, and we want to do a shape outline either of this gray or this pink, really whatever you like. And then we can go ahead and copy, and again, all I did was right click, for that, and then right click for paste. And then once again, we can do right click for paste. Okay, and let's go ahead and change that outline color to that yellow just for this one. Okay, now what we want to do is create this second circle around this. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to press Control C, or we want to right click and say copy, and we want to paste. Okay, but instead of, and we want to click on format, instead of this being 3.13, we want to make this 3 by 3 inches. Okay, and then of course, if you've watched any of my videos, the first thing we want to do is a shape fill of a no fill and a shape outline of 1.5 and a shape outline of the dashed. Okay, did you see how I did that? And then if we wanted to, we can actually change the color to this light pink. Okay, from here we can go ahead and press Control C, or we can right click and we can copy, and we can paste. Oh, we copied the wrong one, but that's, let's go ahead and delete that. No, there we go. We want this image. We can right click, we can press Control C, or we can right click and copy. And we don't want to grab that image, we want to grab this image. And we can move this down here. And we want to paste. And once again, we can move this down here. Okay. And again, in order to move this in a very fine-grained manner, you select on the shape, and you can use your arrow keys on the keyboard to move this around. Okay, now finally, the last step is we need to create the lettering. Okay, so let's go back to our image here, and let's do an insert text box. And we want to draw a text box. And we're going to go ahead and draw the text box in there. And we're going to write an H. Okay. What we want to do, probably the first thing, is we want to format this, and we want to do a shape fill of no fill, shape outline of no outline. We want to ensure the H is selected. We want to go here and select our font, and this is Grutch Shaded. And in the majority of all of my other videos, I do show you how to download and install new fonts. So if you don't know how to do that, please watch one of my prior videos. And the size of this is 125, and the color of this is white. Okay. From here, we can very easily just move this. And there's the H. And then from here, we can right click, we can copy, we can right click, we can paste. And let's move this down here. And let's change this H to a P. And from here, we can once again paste. And let's move this over here. And let's go ahead and move this right there. And again, all I did was click on this little semicircle up here and then move that around. And this is how you can very easily create a happy birthday banner. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like me on Facebook. I do add new videos. Probably, I try to once a week or at least 3 times a month. If you have any recommendations for videos you'd like me to create, please ask me and I'm happy to do that. Thanks so much, and please watch prior videos if you liked this video as well. Have a great day.